Hi, it's Chad, and I'm back with another video. Let me stop playing with y'all boys, man. Yo, yo, what up? It's your boy Chad back with another video. Back on Asia Time. I want to first ask you guys to get the like button on the way into the video. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it means everything to me. And if you guys are liking the content, subscribe to the tribe. Alright, so let's get it. If you guys are looking at the title of the video, I named it Why Women Will Love Men on Semen Retention. I'm starting to get a cramp. While women will love men on semen retention. Your boy was doing abs earlier, man. I'm starting to cramp up. But yeah, man, yeah. I don't know what it's been lately. Ever since I've been doing these type of videos, I've been getting a lot of flack in my comment sections. Like a lot of people been coming in my comment section saying, "Why are you making these type of videos? Isn't the point of semen retention not to worry about women?" Well, I don't know about you guys, man, but for as far as my content and as far as other brothers that I rock with, first of all, semen retention is to bring you closer to the Ancient of Days. Second of all, semen retention is meant for you to find your wife. And third of all, semen retention is meant for you to just act properly around women. Because remember when we was out there fapping and all that type of stuff, we didn't know how to handle women. But since we hopped on semen retention, we definitely know how to handle women. It's starting to cramp up again. We definitely know how to handle women, man. And that is the reason why women love men on semen retention. And that is the reason why I'm making this video. So without further ado, let's get it. Let's go. And first is you're in control over your sexual desires. Yes, yes, yes. I love this talking point, and I know I probably sound like a broken record because I'm gonna just keep saying it, man. Remember when we was out there fapping and fornicating, man, and chasing women around? How low vibrational we were when it came to women. Like, in fact, myself, I used to always jump out the window saying something sexual all the time, man. I could never look at women in their eyes. I was always stuttering and spitting everywhere, man. Couldn't hold a conversation with them. I was always leading things sexual, man, all the time. I could not handle myself around women at all, man. But once I hopped on semen retention, full 180, man, I just treat women just like how they are, man. You're a woman at the end of the day, and that is it. And of course, I say that respectfully, but I just treat women just like how they are, man. You are the homie, man. And I know there are a lot of beautiful women out there, but I just treat them just like they are human beings. You are God's creature, you are God's creation, and that is it. Like I said, when I was out there fapping and all that type of stuff, man, I used to always jump out the window, always be sexual, always say something to turn them off, and all that type of stuff. And in fact, like I was just thinking about this woman earlier, man, that I went out on a date with. Like this was back in 2021. She was a beautiful sister. This was back when I was driving Uber, and like she was one of my passengers. Like she came in the car, man. We was giving each other the motion with the you guys know the mirror games that people play. Yeah, man. She was looking at me or whatever like that, man. I actually got the number. We actually went on a date, man. She was a good sister, man. And I remember we went to a Jamaican restaurant, well, a West Indian restaurant. I don't know if it was Jamaican, but it was West Indian, man. We had a good time and all that good jazz, man. And we was actually after the restaurant we was going to go to the park, but I remember we was walking back to the car to go back to the park, and I had my arm around her and everything, man. Like I said, the date was just a good vibe, man. Everything was going smooth, man. And we was talking about other Caribbean restaurants, and she was saying like how she was originally from the Bronx and how the Bronx have a lot of good restaurants, and the next time we should go, if we're going to go to a Caribbean restaurant, let's go to the Bronx. But she was saying the Bronx is too deep for me. And then what did I do, man? Being the creep I was, man, I jumped out the window and said, I forgot. I said, you look like you like it deep. I said something around that. I like it. I like to go deep, or you look like you like it deep, or something like that. I'm starting to cramp up again. I said something. I just jumped out the window, and like I said, the whole vibe from the date shifts from there, man. I had my arm around her, like I said. Slowly, she just switted away or whatever like that. We got back in the car, and the whole ever since then, man, like maybe like 15 minutes later, she came up with an excuse and said, "Oh, like I can't go to the park no more. I gotta go. I gotta wake up early to go to work in the morning, all that type of stuff, man." And it was a little awkward, man. It was like we started talking again after that, but it was just awkward after that. And I remember, like, I texted her after she got out the car, she went in the house, man. I texted her and said, "Hey, I had a good night, man. I hope we link up again." And she texted me back 2 days later and said, "I'll let you know." And what year are we in? 2025, man. It's been almost 3 or 4 years, man, and she ain't even let your boy know, man. I've been waiting for 5 years for her to let me know, man. But to the point I'm trying to make, man, yes, man, you are in control over your sexual desires around women, man. You're not jumping out the window. You're not being thirsty. You're not being no creep or nothing like that when you are in control of your sexual desires. And when you are in semen retention at the end of the day, like I said, man, we was low vibrational, man. How did that whole story I just told y'all? That just sound like some loser creep-ish, man. That just sounds so corny. And I'm glad like this that date came to my mind earlier this morning, man, because I'm like, I was such a creep, man. And if that woman ever see this, man, like I don't know what I was thinking. And of course you guys also, man. When we was operating like that, man, we were creeps. We was low vibrational and all that type of stuff. But once you hop on semen retention, man, all that goes out the window. You are in control over your sexual desires. And you just treat women just like how they women, man. Like I said, I'm not jumping out the window. I'm not thinking about them in sexual positions. I'm not saying no type of creepish type of stuff, man. I'm not leading things sexual or anything like that, man. Like I said, I barely even give women compliments nowadays, man. I'm complimenting other stuff and all that type of stuff. And it's actually another talking point that I'm going to go over in this video. But the last thing I'm trying to do is jump out the window, man. I'm straightforward with them, man. I just treat them just like you're a regular human being. And you're just God's creature at the end of the day. Like, I'm not jumping out the window. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying that. I'm not being a creep no more. None of that type of stuff. None of the type of creep stuff I was on when I was out there fapping and all that type of stuff. And like I said, man, I just looked at that. I just look at stuff like I used to do back in the day, and I just shake my head, man, and just like, damn, man, we was all just creeps back in the day, man. But once you hop into semen retention and once you get in control of your sexual desires, man, women are going to definitely love you at the end of the day. And they just going to want to be around you and all that good jazz. Because you're just a homie, man. You're just a homie at the end of the day, man. And women love men that they just be cool around and all that type of stuff. Not no man that's just going to jump out the window. A man that's just going to be regular around them and all that good jazz, man. So, yeah, man, that is the first reason how women will love men when they're on semen retention, because they're in control over their sexual desires. And next is you're better at reading the room. And yes, as you guys know, semen retention is all about energy. Like, in fact, once you hop on semen retention, you can sense a woman's energy a mile away, man. Because as you guys know, women are the most emotional creatures out there, man. They mad 1 second, they happy 1 second. Like, you just never know what type of time are you on, man. But once you're on semen retention, you have discernment and you can discern energies and all that type of stuff. You are definitely going to know what type of time a woman is on that at that time, at least. So yeah, this actually happened to me, man, because as you guys know, the woman I tell you about from Costa Rica, the one that's always smiling every time she sees me. Yeah, man, I remember this week, maybe like around Tuesday and Wednesday, because she didn't come to the gym on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, like, this was the first time she gave your boy a dry high. Like, Tuesday, definitely it was a dry high. Like, she just and didn't even look my way or whatever like that. And I was saying to myself, dang, did I do something to her? Or damn, does she not like me no more? She not feeling the boy no more? Did I do something? Or whatever like that. And then I started to peep like the way she was, because usually like she's wearing like the Lululemon and all that type of stuff. But then I seen her with the oversized baggy clothes or whatever like that. And she was on the other side of the gym doing her jump rope or whatever like that. But then I've just put things together like, all right, like maybe it's her monthly. You guys know what I'm trying to say, man. Maybe it's that time of the month. Maybe, or maybe she's just not in the mood. Maybe she's not feeling your boy no more. Let me stop playing. But nah, man, I just put things together like maybe she's on her monthly. Maybe she's just not feeling it today or whatever like that. And then I seen her on Wednesday, yesterday, and it was like the high that she gave me was a little bit better. But then I still seen like, all right, maybe she was she still looked like she was, you know, going through her thing or whatever like that. But then when I seen her today, back to normal. Yes, give me the biggest high, give me the biggest greeting and all that type of stuff. Her countenance lit up like a Christmas tree and all that good jazz, man. Like, she was back to normal, whatever like that. But to the point I'm trying to make, man, like, yes, man, you definitely gonna start to read the room better, and that's definitely pivotal when it comes to women, because like I said, You never know what type of time a woman is on, man. You never know, because women are emotional creatures at the end of the day. One minute she's happy, one minute she's sad, one minute she's depressed, one minute she's jovial, one minute she's warm, one minute she don't want to rock with you, one minute she may want to just hook off on you. You just never know what type of time a woman is on. But once you're on semen retention, you're definitely going to start to read energies and all that type of time. And you're going to also know how to approach her and how not to approach her. Like I said, I already knew what type of maybe she was on monthly. That's what my guess is. So I knew not to be all up on her or whatever like that when she's on, if that was her time of the month or whatever like that. Because as you guys know, when a woman is on her time of the month, like, she ain't trying to be around nobody. She ain't not trying to be like, she's just gonna be in the corner and all that type of stuff, just like how she was or whatever like that. And you start to read women's body signals, body language, and all that type of stuff. You know not to be all up on her when she's on that type of time, when she's on that time of the month, or just when she's having a bad day in general, man. Like I said, I remember there were times when I didn't read a woman properly, man, and I was being friendly and all that type of stuff, and the woman would give you that look like, get away from me and all that type of stuff, man, which we don't want to have. What up, bro? Which we don't want to have in this type of journey, man. Like I said, you got to always know how to read the room, especially when it comes to women, man. You got to always know what type of time she on, because that could be the difference between life and death. Like I said, you never know what type of time a woman on, man. Like, you may say something, even if you was cool with her one day, man, you may say something to her another day, man, and she may just hook off on you because she's not on that type of time on that day, man. So you got to definitely know how to read the room at all times when it comes to women, man, because you never know. You know, like I said, they feelings are all over the place, man. You never know what type of time a woman is on, man. But once you hop on semen retention and you're more sensitive to people's energies, especially women's energies, you're definitely going to know how to apply it as it comes, man. As it comes with women, man. Like I said, one day she cool, one day she not cool, but you got to always know how to know when a woman is on that type of time or not, man. So, yeah, man, that is also another way how women will love men when they're on semen retention. They're better at reading the room. And next is you're actually interested in her for her. Yes. Because remember when we was out there fapping and fornicating, we used to just treat women like they're sex objects. Like I said in the beginning, man, every time I used to look at a woman, I used to always picture them in sexual positions. Like, I used to look at that mouth and I used to wonder what that mouth do and all that type of stuff, man. Like I said, they were just sex objects to me at the end of the day. But once you get in control of your sexual desires, like I said earlier also, man, you just treat them like they're a regular person. And you just start to look for more qualities in the women and all that type of stuff. Like, I'm not just looking at her breasts. I'm not just looking at what's back there. I'm not just looking about what her mouth doing and all that type of stuff. Like, I'm trying to find other qualities in the women. And like I said earlier, like, now I barely even give women compliments, man. Like, I'm just worried about other stuff. Like, I'm trying to see where her mind is at, what type of woman this is, and all that type of stuff, man. And a couple of weeks ago, I remember I told you guys I had jury duty. Like, I was on the train going to jury duty. For all my New Yorkers know, there is no parking downtown Brooklyn. So you guys know you got to take the train when you go to jury duty, man. So your boy was on the train for the first time in a long time. I took the train, man, and it was this girl, man. She was giving me motion. Very, very beautiful woman, man. And like, we was looking at each other in our eyes and all that type of stuff when we was on the train. And I looked at her and I saw that she had an instrument, like she's a musician. And what I said to her was, do you play clarinet? And she says, yeah, I play clarinet, but this is not a clarinet. This is an oboe or whatever like that. And then I started talking to her. I was like, yo, I'm a musician myself. Like, I play trumpet, man. And we started talking, whatever like that. And then I started joking around with her. I was like, yo, we don't mess with the woodwinds, man. Woodwinds is whack. It's all about the brass section over here. And then we just started having like a little friendly going back and forth, whatever like that. And everything was just cool, man. Cool vibes and all that good jazz, man. And my stop was like, she was going to Juilliard actually to try out for to audition to be part of the orchestra, which was crazy, man. So my stop was coming up or whatever like that, and I was actually about to get off, and I was saying, all right, good luck to you or whatever like that. I hope everything works out and all that good jazz, man. And I went for the handshake, and she went for the hug, and then she went for the handshake and I went for the hug, like that little awkward whatever like that. So then I wound up giving her that little side hug, and then I was like, all right, this is my stop right here. So I was getting off the train. She actually walks up. She had her phone. I should have got that number. She had her phone, woke up to me, but there were people walking in the train or whatever like that. So I actually got off the train, didn't get to get the number or whatever like that. And then I was walking, and as you guys know, the train was going by, man, and she was just right at the window, just staring at me, and she smiled, man. You guys know, for all my New Yorkers or all the people that take public transformation, you guys know that subway love, man. Like when you just meet somebody, you just fall in love with somebody right then and there, and you probably never going to see that woman ever again in your life. Yeah, it was definitely that type of vibe, man. But to the point, man, I didn't give her no compliment. I didn't say anything about her being beautiful. Going back to what I was saying earlier, I didn't jump out the window and say no creep stuff or anything like that, man. We had just a conversation just because I noticed something else about her, man. And I liked her just because she was a musician at the end of the day. Like, she was a very, very beautiful woman. And I'm pretty sure any other guy, matter of fact, 99% of men would have just came at her and called her beautiful and probably turned her off and being some creep stuff like how we used to be back in the day. But I noticed something different about her, man. And that's what started that link right there, man. But to the whole point I'm trying to make, you start to notice different things about women, man. What is she into and all that type of stuff. And they give compliments about that, man. Like I said, every woman, if a woman is bad, man, she is bad. I'm sure she heard it 99 times in the day, man. And you're just going to be that 100 dude to tell her that she's beautiful. But if you are not on that type of time and you just started to notice other things about her, if she could be carrying a book about medical stuff and all that type of stuff, if you started giving her compliments on something else other than she's beautiful, she's definitely going to rock with you at the end of the day. And then going back to what I said earlier, you give off homey vibes, you give off cool vibes and all that type of stuff. Like I said, everybody, all those wolves, all those savages out there are going to call her beautiful and say her butt is big and say her whatever. Like, you know, you guys know what I'm trying to say. Everybody's going to jump out the window. But if you are that man that just treats her just like she's a regular human being, she is definitely going to rock with you, and she is definitely going to love you at the end of the day, man. So, yeah, man, that is also another way how women will love men when they're on semen retention. They're actually interested in her for her. And lastly is you're a man of God, which means you are reformed, man. And yes, 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 man. I remember back when I used to deal with those type of Jezebel type of women, and the Jezebel women wanted those reformed drug dealers and gangbangers and all that type of stuff, man. But once you meet a woman of God, she wants a reformed man of God, man. And that's what you become when you are on semen retention, man. Once you start following those laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Once you are in control over your sexual desires, you're showing the fruits of the spirit and all that good jazz, man. You are a reformed man of God, man. No matter how you look, it does not matter, man. You are reformed of God, man. Because as you guys know, reformed men of God may be rough around the edges, may have that hood look to them, or may just be ex-D-boys, ex-Pookie and Ray Rays, ex-gang members like myself, man, ex-scammers and all that type of stuff, man. But we came back to the Heavenly Father, and we came back to the marriage at the end of the day. And this is the reason why Paul is like my third favorite character in the Bible, man. Because you guys know Paul was out there doing his thing, man. Paul was a murderer. Paul was a Pharisee and all that type of stuff. But yet, he came back to the Heavenly Father, man. He came back to the marriage at the end of the day, man. And we were all Paul, man. We are all like Paul in his journey, man. Because like I said, we all come from different backgrounds. We was all back there we was all back in the day doing nefarious things, man. As you can see, this is the hood behind me, man. One of the most dangerous hoods in New York, man. But yet, I'm not a product of my environment, man. I'm a man of God now, and I'm reformed at the end of the day, man. My past is pushing, and I'm doing my future, and I'm on my purpose at the end of the day, man. I'm out here winning over souls for the kingdom. I'm out here reading my Bible, man. I'm showing the fruits of the Spirit, man. I'm out here. I'm doing the thing, man. I'm out here doing the damn thing, man. I'm a man of God now, man. I'm Isaiah 13:12, man. I will make a man more precious than fine gold. I'm Lamentations 4:2, man. Sons of Zion are comparable to fine gold and all that type of stuff, man. I'm a son of God now, man. I'm following the law, statutes, and commandments. I want to know what souls for the kingdom, man. I'm out here teaching and all that type of stuff. I never thought I I'll be doing this in a million years, man. Like I said, back a couple of years ago when I was fapping and fornicating and all that type of stuff, I was in these streets, man. I was scamming. I was out there doing my thing, man. But now, since I'm a reformed man of God, man, I have changed 100%, man. And like I said, a woman, a virtuous woman, a Esther, a Ruth, a Judith, and all that type of stuff, man, she is going to respect a man like that, man. And she's going to have no choice but to fall in love with you when you are a reformed man of God, man. So let me do a quick wrap up on how women will love men when they're on semen retention. And first is their control over their sexual desires. Second is they're better at reading the room. Third is they actually like you for you. And lastly is they're a man of God, man. So that wraps up the video, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share my video out to everybody. Also check out my other content. First, go at the Most High. Take it on Angel Time.